I do believe that right now Adam Page is their number one guy right now, and by him being their number one guy, this is who they're putting.
They're pushing the chips on the table on Adam Page, and I think it's important because, like you said, when they started that press conference, who came out last and said they're going to be AEW champion? It was Adam Hangman Page that came out and said that. You know, it wasn't Cody Rhodes, wasn't Young Bucks, wasn't Kenny Omega. It was Adam Hangman Page. He didn't even have Kenny Omega yet. He wasn't even officially AEW yet.
Page and Pac.
Page and Pac, yeah, was set the stage. You know, for the beginning of this conversation, to see it come full circle right now with Adam Hangman Page is great. You know, shout out to Hangman Page. Is this on?
Yes.
Shout out to Hangman Page for, you know, finally accomplishing, you know, his goal of being an AEW champion. He's a main event player. You know, he's officially gotten to that stage. But is he the number one guy in AEW? We'll see how that continues to build. I don't know if he's that dude quite yet. There's a lot of heavy hitters there.
Now, Kenny Omega was making you go to that channel.
Kenny Omega was definitely, I think at first it was Kenny Omega and Dean and Ambrose. You know, well, John Moxley, excuse me. I keep messing up the names all the time still. But John Moxley, y'all know
his daddy named Dean. I'm gonna call him Dean.
Vince's daddy. Yeah, I honestly came to AEW for those two guys, plus the tag division. You know, Young Bucks. You know, I know the FTR came through. You know, Lucha Bros, all them. But I told you from back, we can do a flashback of our episodes when AEW started, and I said Hangman Page is just not there yet. I think now he's coming full into his own. He has a character, he got his catchphrase, and he had a great story building to this time where he became champion, so it means something. So, yeah, he's that guy right now, but then there's also Daniel Bryan, who just won the tournament. And who's the bigger baby face? Bryan Danielson. Who's the bigger baby face? Bryan Danielson or Hangman Page? Bryan Danielson.
Bryan Danielson, for sure.
He's the bigger baby face probably in the entire industry. Always. Like, you know, like, so, you know, go to say, like, where do we go from here? Do you take the title off of Hangman Page? I don't think you do. I think he loses his first match to Hangman. Bryan Danielson loses his first match to Hangman Page. I called it right here.
But this goes back to what we were talking about with Big E's rank. You feel me? Or this is what we were talking about, the Eddie Kingston conversation. Pinning one of those guys that is quote unquote untouchable makes you in somewhat a player. So it's Charlotte promo Friday. Yeah. Like, really stepping in the ring with me, bitch, you're a star.
Exactly.
So Adam, exactly like you said, having a match with fucking Bryan Danielson makes the most sense for Adam to go over to continue to build the narrative of that character.
Exactly. I think that I was saying to you about Eddie Kingston that a lot of what wrestling is perception. You know, it's perception of how the audience as a collective views this character. You know, and I think getting big wins over, you know, main event players, veterans who've been around the block, people who are well respected, makes you more legitimate as a main guy. So Hangman Page can't lose to Bryan Danielson. He just can't at this point. Just like I didn't think Eddie Kingston should have lost this to CM Punk tonight, which I'm going to be honest with you, that was a misstep for AEW for me. It was a real misstep because you build this angle around Eddie Kingston, you know, being kind of like being an underachiever.
Yeah.
You know, and
he underachieves.
Yeah, and then he underachieves again against CM Punk, and I think that would have been a huge victory for Eddie Kingston to be legitimized in AEW as the main event player, because I believe he has the tools. He can talk, he gets the crowd going, he's a homegrown guy, like, you know, he hasn't been tarnished by the machine. You want to build a different viable company, build it around Eddie Kingston. He can go in the ring. He had a great match with Miro at All Out. Great match with Daniel Bryanson. Great match with CM Punk tonight. He has all the tools. He can talk. He's your main event guy. He's one of the guys who you want to put that title on one day and rock with for a bit, because He has all the tools to be that guy, and for him to get the first victory off of CM Punk would have set the stage for his run in AEW. Honestly, it would have silenced all the critics, and it would have made the entire wrestling world look at him as a legitimate main eventer. You know, he's been taking L's to John Moxley. He's taking L's to Daniel Bryan. This was the moment to give him that big victory, and I'm kind of disappointed on that. But you know, shout out to him that page. At least he got it. That was the right choice.
My thing would be like the conversation I brought up. I'm like, yeah, Eddie's a guy, great guy, fantastic guy to kind of galvanize the troops, rally the guys, be a great locker room leader, be a champion. But is Eddie the guy to be a champion to get it off the bones of the guys that like right? Because Punk, Danielson, Miro, they're up until Miro and Danielson, right? That was the immovable force. The irresistible force meeting the immovable object, or whatever that fucking cliche is.
Right,
because that, like you say, Bryan Danielson can't take an L right now. We do assume that his first L should be to the AEW champion and Adam Page to kind of build that up. Miro's fine taking L's. Kingston also is fine taking L's because also, to your point, when he does get that win, a win over Punk might mean something. A win over Punk might do something.
The only reason why I can say the win over Punk maybe shouldn't happen tonight is because of Hangman Page winning. When Eddie Kingston does get that big victory, it should be him alone and the main event over somebody. So, but I still would have seen that tonight if he did it. Even if he won through like that, you know, not like cheating, but like, you know, going a little bit too far. That would have made him legitimately a linchpin for you know, a main eventer in AEW. He's been taking too many L's.
I've already booked AEW, and I know Tony Khan. Shout out to the interview on Dan Le Batard. I loved it, even though you got your ass in trouble on Twitter and the Spaces. Listen, if you got listen.
I didn't go to Spaces.
If you got money and you got niggas that should really be handling your Twitter and shit, just do that. Just, I know niggas get excited and want to tweet and talk and say things themselves. So what happened was he had an open forum. He opens up to the media and things like that. So it wasn't really necessarily a Spaces. It was a media call, and a woman. I do apologize. I don't remember your name, and I hopefully that doesn't mean that the message is insignificant, because her question was about women's wrestling and was asking Tony Khan would he be moving towards doing like doing more involved in the all women show, or taking to the effects of being more involved and presenting more women, because the thing is that even though AEW has been doing a lot, they still have a 2-hour show and give their women 8 minutes on the show, and the women want more women's wrestling. Women have seen that women wrestling draws, they want more women presence.
I mean, I hear you a lot. They're doing a whole TBS championship, and we're going to see it. I mean, we're going to see the women wrestling. And Britt Baker has main evented many rampages. And Jay Cargill's had in a match. I see that they want more women matches, but they gain quite a bit. You know, in my opinion.
Tony,
just a biased man.
No, but Tony kind of responded in that ilk. Tony was like, before she finished her question, he was like, I'm going to cut you off right there. I'm gonna cut you off right there. And he pretty much gave his bona fides as far as like, yo, that NWA Empower shit that you guys love so much. Well, like, I sent majority of the women there, and I paid for them to be there, and I like, you know what I mean? So like, he was like, yo, I've actually put my money where my mouth is, like, but he was like, I don't say it to get the credit. Now I have to say it to show you that like I'm doing things, and like it's. I'm not trying to say it in a demeaning way, but it is like women. Like, women is like, yeah, but. You feel me? Like, man, Men do it too. Like men do it too. But in this instance, like you know what I mean? Like
no, keep it real.
It's like what you said. Like yo, I'm giving you a lot. So I'm like yo, they're like yeah. But do you plan on doing some more shit?
But here's the thing about that. I gotta say about that. If you see that they're literally making a whole mid-card title for women, which I have not seen in any wrestling company, a mid-card title for women, that's something that AEW is, I think, a pioneer. If I'm not mistaken, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, obviously, the all-women promotions, I'm not talking about them. But a mid-card title with the TBS tournament going on, I see the matches they're putting on with women every week, and I'm like, I don't know, like, if we gotta, like, count the minutes. Like, I don't. Like, because the moments matter to me. The women's matches have mattered to me, and that's all that, like, you know, it's one division in the entire show.
Well, when you talk about mattering, right?
Tag division.
So when you say it matters, to combine that with the women, to counteract that with Eddie Kingston, right? The fact that right now,
I think that's why, and I don't mean to cut you off, but
go.
like, think about WWE with the women's tag team division.
Mm-hmm.
That's why that division really don't mean nothing. It's because it's not given, like, the time. But, and I get what women are saying. I get it completely. But when it's given the time, are we entertained? You know, are we coming to say, yeah, that tag team match was awesome. That, whoever it is, to me, supporting women's wrestling is supporting the woman that you love. Like, I love Sasha Banks, and I'm gonna watch every match she does. I love Bianca Belair. You know, I love Britt Baker, what she's doing in AEW. So I'm tuned into those matches because they draw me there. You know, that's what I mean. Like, as a fan, we are drawn there. Now, just putting on matches, it's the same thing with the black conversation. Just getting black people, just saying we got black people on the spot, is not as good as getting the right black people to go out there and put black performances on, like Biggie and Bianca. You know, who earned it, who obviously are big stars, and, you know, I see, like, people are drawn to Will Hobbs. You know, give him more time. I think that people are drawn to him. People are drawn to Shane Taylor. That's what I see in wrestling, rather than just saying, let's just give him some time on TV just because.
Well, now I want to use that and just tie it together with the Eddie Kingston. Right?
He's a draw.
He's a draw, but again, it isn't the time to pull it. And like you said, why not? Right? He's the guy. He's taking L's. He can talk. He can wrestle. He can go. He can be a brawler. He can be presented this way. You're giving all these reasons as to why, and that's what people say about women's wrestling, black wrestling, and as we say, we don't like to hear it.
If you can have a match with Eddie Kingston, and I'm sorry, but because I know you want to say something about women's wrestling, but we'll get back to that. But if we can have a match with Eddie Kingston where he's going back and forth with CM Punk, and the crowd saying Eddie Kingston, CM Punk going back and forth, that means there's a big majority of the fans that he's drawn there, that they want to see this guy win. You know, so when I see Eddie Kingston, I see that the way he's booked, and he kills it every time he's out there. Whether it's a promo, whether it's a match, he kills it. Whether it's just whether it's after the show, just talking shit.
But it's guys like that. But that's my thing. It's guys like that. It's guys like that aren't main event talents.
Why? Why would you say that guy, especially in AEW? If WWE, maybe they won't give it the credit he deserves. But in AEW, that's the guy you want to put your chips on.
Well,
because that's the guy who's homegrown, who.
Well, it's not. We're looking at it. We got Adam Page as the guy, and if we're contrasting.
No. I get you. Adam Page is the corporate guy they're gonna put up and say, "This is our title man." But the fan base who grabs your heart when he's on that fucking mic, who grabs your soul when he's in that match with Daniel Bryanson and is having great matches and he's knocking it out the park every single week, whether he's in a tag team with Jon Moxley, whether he's in a match with CM Punk, whether he's with Miro, is Eddie Kingston. And he's been that way since he got signed to AEW, yo. He's been killing it every single time he's out there.
But he's a sympathetic figure, if we keep it in a buck. He's a sympathetic figure for the fact that nobody ever thought he will make it to a position like this.
He's using his strengths though, and he's having great matches. So like, it's not like he's the corporate picture. He's not the blonde hair, blue eyed guy that goes out there and gets the title because he looks the part. You know, and granted, Hangman Page does look the part, and he's gonna be a great champion. But Kingston has the heart of the fans. I'm telling you right now, Daniel Bryan and CM Punk has the heart of the fans because they built their heart and fan base in WWE. You want to build a heart and soul of AEW, a character that you have we want to see win. Eddie Kingston's that dude, and especially that angle you just did with CM Punk. You know, really, you know, got a lot of looks because you guys told the right story with him finally. But he should have got the victory, in my opinion.
Eddie Kingston's moment
It's gonna come.
will come at the expense of Adam Cole. Nobody has the chops in that company.
Why Adam Cole?
Nobody in that company has the chops to go toe to toe with Eddie Kingston. It's not a fucking person in that company. Not a fucking one.
Okay.
You can go up and down that roster, maybe MJF, but he'll get eaten up like a little ass kid.
Ooh.
It'll be fucking a senior against a freshman at a lunch table.
Ooh.
It's no fucking competition.
You know what? They should do that angle. MJF, Eddie Kingston, and that's gonna draw for sure. But I will say this: you're right. I will take Eddie Kingston in that Mike battle. Although I love MJF, huge fan.
Well, and it goes back to, like I said, I do my fantasy booking of the company. Paige can win over Bryan Danielson. Paige can build himself up. Adam Cole and Adam Page is something that I really do. Like the stare-off that they had in the promo meant something. It mattered. Like that. And it mattered to niggas that it mattered to.
Yeah.
And when you're talking about drawing a nigga in like me, or somebody that's battling between shit like that,
Yeah.
or somebody that wants to find something to sink his teeth into, I do believe that Paige and Cole, I think if you give them 6 months, if you give Paige a 6-month reign, don't have to be a year, don't have to be long, give him a 6-month reign, let him build himself up, have him some staple wins, Paige and Cole will matter. Now when Cole wins that title, that to me, when you talk about changing the dynamic of the company, changing
so you think
the paradigm
Adam
of
and
that.
Paige, you said Adam versus Adam, and you want Cole to go over Paige.
And that's gonna be the pendulum swing to me.
All right, I got you. I like that.
That's gonna be the pendulum, and because I know that guy holding the title, it means everything to him. He's gonna do everything at all costs to keep it, and his going out promo makes me want to see him on the mic every fucking time.
Every single week. Yeah.
Every time that he presents, every time there's story time with Adam Cole. So now we talk about making moments matter, right?
No, he got
Cole has the title. Eddie been in there for a minute. Eddie and Cole on the mic. Cole demeaning Eddie. Eddie going back and forth with Cole. That's the win. Okay. That's the win for me. To really capitalize on it.
You want to draw Chris side. You gotta bring in that mic work, and you gotta bring in that in-ring work, and you gotta be that guy who's just authentic. You know, I think that Adam Cole, when he speaks, he brings that authenticity. I think.
Ain't that a bitch?
Ah, awesome. At least we got the audio this time.
Honestly, with Adam Hangman Page, I think realistically, this is gonna make or break him, and this is gonna be AEW's transitional period. This isn't former WWE guy Jericho and Moxley. This isn't best bout machine, best free agent in the company, Kenny Omega. Right? This is relatively new name, new face, new
Uh-huh.
Like Adam Hangman Page is new to TNT Corporation.
Yeah, he's
I'm sorry, you know,
no,
to Turner, you know what I mean? Like,
I don't think he's new to them because he's been on the
no,
show.
I'm saying, as I'm talking about like when you know how we talk about with WWE when Fox and USA they talk about, oh no, we need Becky here, we need Roman here, we need, you know what I mean? Like,
Hangman Page is the corporate champion. To me, he's the guy who they say, oh, when we're gonna put on commercials, the guy holding the title, we want that guy looks the part, blonde hair, big dude, athletic, long hair, you know, pretty face, you know, all that stuff. He's the Roman Reigns of AEW essentially. You know, if you want to go corporate.
come on.
Eddie Kingston is that heart and soul of AEW to me. And if you want to when he wins the title, it's gonna matter to the hardcore fans. And if you want to build your case as where the true professional wrestling is, put that title on Eddie Kingston.
That's my thing. That's
I mean, not the
no. I want to stay here. That's my point. It ain't gotta be your point. This is my point. Adam Hangman Page is the least goer of the goers in that company.
I mean, he has more of a style that I think will fit back in WWE more than I think will fit with the indie guys who I think his style of wrestling fits in NXT or WWE. But I think he goes, absolutely, he's had classic matches past 3 years where, you know.
No, he's a goer, but.
Match of the year candidates and shit, you know. So
when we talk about goers, like when we talk about.
If we talk about work rate, I mean, it depends on what you feel. You know, it depends what you feel. Because he can go. And I'm not going to knock his work. Because if we're talking about Eddie Kingston, he's a brawler. And we're going to, you know, he's not necessarily Adam Cole style.
Correct.
So whatever your flavor is your flavor. But as far as...
But I do believe Eddie Kingston is a little bit more versatile than Adam. I believe his indie work, his longevity, him being traveled and seasoned, like and it's not to be an Eddie Kingston, Adam Page thing. My thing is, you asked me about the Page era. The Page era only, like I said it, the Page era is gonna consist of who is his challengers, because currently right now he's the champion, meaning he's the A side. But if he's going up against Bryan Danielson, he's the B. You know what I mean? Like if he's going up against motherfucking who's his challengers right now?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
he's the B, but he's gonna take the L. I mean the W on Bryan Danielson, and that's what I see down coming up. You know, I think the Cowboy shit is cool. I think that he's over with the AEW fan base, and I think that he's a great baby face. Honestly, I think he's gonna be a great baby face. He just has to keep it real. Don't give me no cookie cutter shit. Talk your shit.
Yo,
hey,
and you can do it
you want to give him Cowboy shit? Talk your shit.
Yo.
You are the champion of AEW. You came here to represent the company. Talk your shit, man. You were a guy at the conference that they handpicked and said, "Yo, you're gonna be champion. You're here now. You're the main man in the company. Don't go out there insecure. Don't go out there with any type of, you know, shyness. Just talk your shit. And if you talk real Cowboy shit, you're gonna get over. But if he comes out there with some weak shit, he's gonna get stale. Just like people get stale with Cody Rhodes.
Well, my thing is, I mean, to me, that's my point. His first promo, he gave me 12 Cowboy shits, and I'm like, all right, man.
He got the promo over. I saw what he was trying to do.
Right.
You know, and I mean the catchphrase over. I saw what he's trying to do. Now you gotta switch gears and you gotta.
But my thing is, I don't know.
Study the Stone Cold.
I don't know what real Cowboy shit means.
Study the CM Punks when you on the mic. Study all that shit, because study the Rocks. Don't try to be too. You know, I think it's AEW. You study Eddie Kingston for goddamn sake. Study how they talk. Go out there and talk your shit as you are the man of the company now. You can't have cookie cutter promos. If you come out there with cookie cutter promos, he gonna get stale like Cody Rhodes is. And I'm just telling you guys, the fans will start to boo Adam Hangman Page eventually, because the heartwarming story has now culminated. Now he's like the crown champion, the guy the company chose. He's like a Cena Roman guy, and the fans turn on those dudes. You know why? They turn on them because they get, you know, routine. They get like, oh, this is what's supposed to happen. Oh, this is what the company booked. You know, it gets to be like formulaic. So I'm not sure how long he's gonna be champion, But if he comes out there and he's whooping ass and he's also talking shit, like real shit, and saying and being having a swagger about it, I think that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm missing with Cody Rhodes or a Hangman Page. It's a swagger thing. It's a swagger thing with him. Cody Rhodes, he's good as a heel because he just comes off as a heel. He's good. And he can probably play any other character. He's done Stardust, he's done the Dashing Cody Rhodes. He commits to his characters. Love him. But he doesn't have a swagger as a babyface. Hangman Page doesn't have that swagger as a babyface. Adam Cole has a swagger about him. Eddie Kingston has swagger. CM Punk got a swagger. Even Bryan Danielson has a swagger about him that you just like, oh, that's who they are. It's an authentic vibe. So we'll see how it goes.
And that's why
I think Kenny Omega also struggles with that.
Well, that's why I was asking. You know, what is?
But he's a heel, so Kenny Omega's a good heel.
What is real cowboy shit? Like, is real cowboy shit doing shit for your son while drinking beer and fucking with your niggas? Cause I can get down with some real cowboy shit. Like, cause I feel like that's Adam Page. Like Adam, like you say. So if Adam Page says, like you say, don't come out be shy, don't come out be insecure, don't come out and be like unsure of yourself. If he is vulnerable that way, and I get to see him overcome that,
yeah,
I can rock with it.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, so if real cowboy shit is him coming out there, like you say, stale, but if him coming out there and saying like, yo, I'm gonna represent the company the best way I can, you know what I mean? Like, and you know, I'm on real cowboy shit. We're gonna drink beers, we're gonna whoop some ass, and we're gonna do it every single week. I'm down with that.
Yeah.
Follow, like you say, follow the Stone Cold fucking model.
Yeah.
If that nigga can whoop some ass in a nigga with a buckshot and get tossed a beer, my nigga.
Yeah. Take the model and
I'll
just run
fucking
with
rock
it.
with it. You know what I mean?
Take
like,
the model and just run with it. And he's gonna get over it. I mean, people right now, I think they need a hero in AEW. I think there's a lot of heel champions, and we got Big E finally because we had Bobby, Kenny, and Roman for like beginning of the year. All heel champions. We loved it. You know. I mean, but now we got Hangman Page. We got Big E. I think it does change the vibe of the company with how the show's presented.
It does.
How the show's presented.
But that and that's what I'm saying. And how we say Big E's in the transitional period, who his challengers matter.
Exactly. Him and Big E are in the same part of their career right now. Like Big E has to beat Seth too. Big E has to beat Seth. He cannot lose to Seth. Sorry. And it doesn't make sense right now. He's doing great.
Well, I mean, but I think Adam Page and Big E's in, like I say, same boat. I think, but they're both will win and solidify themselves against certified Hall of Famers and goers.
Yeah.
We talk about we talk about how Big E was groomed in that system. Big E didn't hit the independents. Big E's not considered a goer. But Big E can have a damn good match with Seth Rollins.
Big E to me seems like the perfect WWE champion. Like he's like legitimately the perfect WWE champion that can have like multiple main event reigns because he reminds me of Cena. He has a style about him and an energy about him. He's likable, and he talks and he's funny. You know, he has his little quirks about him that I think kids adhere to, adults adhere to. You know, and Roman can't connect the way that a Big E can connect on the mic. You know, so that's why Roman's fit perfectly as a heel. Big E can connect with like as an endearing babyface, and I think that's a Cena type that can last a long time. Not to mention he's doing all these be a star things, and he's doing great with it. He's perfect. He's just a good guy. You know, so he's gonna do great. So he has to defeat Seth.
Well, do you think Hangman fits the aesthetic of AEW, the company?
I think that Hangman Page is not the aesthetic of AEW. No, not to me. I think that's not what they should brand their company around. The image of Hangman Page. Hangman Page is gonna have a great run as a babyface champion, and I also think that he will make his money as a heel. Because guys who just because the Cowboy shit is only gonna last for so long. You know, then you gotta pivot to another catchphrase. You know, it's only gonna last for so long. So he has to come off as authentic. So we just say, we just like this guy, no matter what. And if he's coming out there just whooping ass, like for instance, Stone Cold Steve Austin had to change catchphrase too, every now and then. Becky Lynch is the same way. You got to change catchphrase too, every now and then. There's certain people like Daniel Bryan that can just go out there and be himself. There's some people like Eddie Kingston, just go out there and be himself. CM Punk, just go out there. And then you can add something to them. But the best in the world thing is just like.
I mean, Punk can say he's the best in the world because, professional wrestling.
Yeah, exactly. They just are who they are.
Yeah.
So if there's the way you're presenting to somebody, and there are people who just wrestle as who they are. And if you're gonna present Adam Kingman Page as a cowboy, put him on a horse, over 2 years of that shit, you're gonna get over it. 2 years of that shit, you're gonna get tired of him seeing him on a horse and saying cowboy shit. So he's gonna have to connect either as a heel or connect authentically as just a real nigga, who's just, So I like the stuff they did with the fucking Dark Order. It was cool. It was endearing. It was a great story, but he got to come out there and whoop ass now. That's all we want to see him do.
That's it.
That's it, yeah.
Bang, Page era.
It's the Page era, yeah.
Page era, gotta start off with a bang. You feel me?
Good luck.
No self high fives.
Banger. Yeah, that's it, man. Shout out to AEW for another good pay-per-view. Overall, I thought it was good. It wasn't as good as All Out, but I'm excited to see what happens with Hangman Page. Great tag team match with Lucha Bros and FTR. Eddie Kingston, CM Punk, love that.
Who won that match?
Lucha Bros won. So you want to put both titles on FTR?
Fuck yes! What's the fucking point of the Pinnacle? What are them niggas actually gonna do? What the fuck did FTR come there for? Huh? I thought you was the best tag team. Best tag team have all the fucking gold. Have them niggas come out there and you wanna have somebody talk they shit? They need to talk they shit. As the best fucking tag team on the planet, top motherfucking guys out.
There you have it.
Damn it!
The
fuck did they lose for?
Most high rank. I love that shit, man. There you have it. I agree 100%. I agree 100%, but it was a good match. I can't
trying to get behind this goddamn company.
But I like Lucha Bros, man. Like, they genuinely are a great tag team.
That's fine.
They just won it.
They can lose it because guess what they can always do?
They can get it back, I get it.
And with the baby face, with Tully Blanchard. What the fuck is the point of Tully Blanchard if you can't cheat correctly? Huh? Where's Shawn Spears? Where's Wardlow? Why y'all niggas ain't helping y'all niggas?
They only help MJF. They try to help him. And he won.
And what the fuck is going on with Andrade and Alice and Malachi and Cody and Pop? How the fuck did they just flip a coin and like, hey man, gotta be on the show?
I'll tell you what happened with that. What happened was they were building Alistair and Cody, and they had a ton of matches on free TV for weeks. And then they're like, oh shit, pay-per-view's coming up. But we already gave them this match.
Did they already wrestle at All Out?
No. Did they actually All Out? And then, so they were having a ton of matches on.
Glock Anderson came out in that motherfucker.
Glock Anderson was the most over thing about that entire angle. Glock Anderson got more over than anything Cody or Alistair or Malachi Black did.
They called him Armed Anderson.
Armed Anderson. So what got over was Armed Anderson over that entire angle. So when it comes down to it, with that shit, it was just a smosh, man. It was just a smosh.
But why is Andrade and Pac involved in that?
One thing about AEW that I always...
And then FTR came out and did...
One thing I don't know about AEW is that there's a bunch of alliances with, people. Like, we got Leo Rush and Dwayne Martin, but then Team Taz wants to now get Dwayne Martin from Leo Rush, and it's like... who gives a fuck about bringing people on board to your group? You guys are booking this like it's New Japan.
Well, speaking
and
about
I guess
who gives a fuck about Matt Hardy? He wasted my motherfucking Friday night. Once a fucking again. You want to talk about against Orange Cassidy again?
I'm not going to say anything about Matt Hardy again because I've had my conversations about Matt Hardy on this pod. And you know exactly how I feel about Matt Hardy. And I've been saying this for, 3 years now. So, I agree wholeheartedly. I'm not staying to see Matt Hardy versus anybody.
But they main evented.
I think it's because Rampage is after SmackDown and it's late. So they get most of their, the viewers like at the beginning of the show. So the best match is usually at the beginning of the show. And that's what I think they've been doing. That's why sometimes I'm like, wait, what? That's the main event? Welcome to, ready for the main event. It's like, nah, fam.
Bro,
Mark Henry,
bruh.
I'm good, but like, sometimes it's cool though. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's like, not worth it, Rampage. But it's late as fuck.
But that's what I'm saying. So they have tendencies as a company to not fulfill me with storyline or storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
So with Adam Page,
just like WWE.
Correct.
Yeah.
So with Adam Page, this is the test. Okay.
Not just having come out there first week.
Oh, that's what I thought you were saying, man. I'm like, what would be the reason?
Congratulations to Hangman Page, new AEW champion. And radical high thought. If you want to have Hangman Page get over, have him hit a buckshot on Tony Khan. That would be epic. Build up to it. Have him take that nigga's head off, and the crowd's gonna go nuts. I'm just gonna put it right there. It's that simple. And it's gonna be over for eternity. But congratulations, yes. Congratulations. Shout out to Tony Khan. You're doing great, but get Paige over. Get Paige over that way. And I believe that not only is that it's a Stone Cold model, yes, but do you believe that Hangman Page is gonna be the run of, I don't know, a super fascinating babyface? I mean, we just had the conversation.
No, but I don't think that Tony Khan thing would do it. I think what would make him over.
Lone Ranger shit?
I think what would make him over is if Tony Khan crosses him, or if Tony Khan comes across on screen, which I don't believe he wants to be, but not even Tony Khan, but like, Don Callis wants to take a bump. What really gets Adam Page over?
Because here's what they're gonna do. They're gonna put him in the ring with that guy, Dan Lambert. That's what I see them doing, and hitting a buckshot on him. That's what I see AEW doing, because he's like a big heat grabber. The crowd will go crazy. But for me, I think Tony Khan is the perfect victim.
Why?
I just want to see Tony Khan get
So when you say okay.
I just want to see that shit.
Bruh, this is why I argue it on Twitter, nigga. And I'd be like, I gotta put my phone down.
Listen, I'm not, here's the storyline wise, I'll leave that to them, because I don't want to say, because I can book it. I mean, deadass, I can book it, but they're not going to do it. Probably just because I say it, they're not going to do it. But honestly, I can get heat between Tony Khan and Hangman somehow. I could see something happening with him kind of like, just being condescending to him and shit, I can see him, just, getting some heat with him. You can make it like seem like it's real. Do something on Twitter. I don't know. Figure it out. But if you guys were to do that, I think that Hangman Page needs something else. Pretty much. That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
I don't think Tony Khan is it, because for one, Tony Khan seems to be the beloved billionaire. So my thing is, unless Tony Khan, the booker, fucks over Adam Page, then like that's the only way to do it.
I wouldn't do it the same way like Austin and Vince. I'm saying like from the standpoint of do it the AEW way. You guys have used Tony Khan in different ways. He's come out. We know who he is, but the day that he actually takes a bump is gonna be big. And if anybody needs it, Eddie Kingston don't need that.
No,
if anybody needs
no,
it, Adam Cole could do it.
A heel would need. That's what I'm saying. I think Tony Khan is a. I think Tony Khan.
Adam Cole super kicking. That'd be awesome.
Absolute. No. Yes, that tickles my fancy.
Yeah. See, so you get my point.
I mean, but that's what I'm saying. I get your point, but I get it where Paige don't need it. I think honestly, what we talking about with Paige, but realistically, like, if we can wrap up with this. I think when we talk about Paige, his opponents will matter the most. I think his opponents will matter the most because the story of the matches will matter the most, because that will be the biggest way that he can have character development.
You guys did great with Kenny as champion. He was great. Had some great matches, and maybe it's just matches with maybe it's just gonna be matches with Hangman Page too. But I'm telling you, the beginning of Kenny's reign had a lot more heat than the end of it. It had a lot more steam. So yeah, I think that it was time to switch the titles. And if you want to keep him hot, you're going to have to get something started with Hangman Page right off the bat. What match do you think that is? Is it right off the bat, Adam Cole? Because if you...
No. Right off the... Again, I think right off the bat is Bryan Danielson. I think Bryan Danielson... I think you build that...
match.
You build that match.
Okay.
You build them... You build Bryan Danielson in the weights, you know... Okay, fuck it. I mean, since we're here.
No. I mean, we don't want to keep going.
No. Paige comes out, Dynamite. Big ovation. Bryan Danielson music hits after Paige does the whole cry in front of the camera, hold the thing up, right? Because you have to tease Paige and Danielson. They don't have to get into it right now, but you tease it, get the crowd, and then the first feud he has is with the heel. First feud he has is with the heel. Now, they have an array of heels. Right now, that's why I asked you what was Malachi doing or Andrade doing.
Malachi and Andrade cannot sustain.
Why they can't take losses?
They can take losses. Don't get me wrong. It could be a match on, great match on Dynamite.
No. That's not what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
If Malachi if Andrade, let's take Malachi out. If Andrade wasn't involved in this, if Andrade came in like he said was to be the new face of AEW, remember that promo?
Mm-hmm.
Supposed to be the new face of AEW. We're talking about Adam Hangman Page now is considered the face of AEW. Well, off bat to me, you want to talk about an A-side as a worker with Andrade versus fucking the new fucking upstart, quote unquote, and Adam Page. I think that first few couple of weeks, you get Page over on Andrade. Andrade can lose. Then you move on to Bryan Danielson. Page can win over there. So now he done got 2 big wins as champion over Andrade and Danielson. Now I think, like you say, you can bring in your MJF. So, but by then, if MJF is in the title picture, he got to win. You know what I mean? Page got to get all the wins that he can get now. If MJF, that's what I'm talking about with the Pinnacle. That's what I'm saying. If the Pinnacle is already setting themselves up where you can see the little tea leaves, they got the double champ.
The Pinnacle really got to be a strategic group. Like, they got to be moving as a unit. They got to be moving smarter than any other group in AEW. And they haven't quite gotten there yet. I don't know.
Because
and if you're teasing the Wardlow turn, you're doing it way too early. I don't want to see that for a while.
But my thing is too, MJF. You want to talk about taking losses? He lost to Darby today, didn't he?
He won. No, he won.
MJF beat
Yeah,
Darby.
exactly. So that's why I'm like, yo, he's primed to. He won. Yeah, that was the right move too. That was the right move.
Absolutely, absolutely. So here we are. Now we're talking about. Paige winning over Andrade, over Danielson. He can win over MJF because MJF Warlord turn can happen to cost why MJF don't win a title. Then I got Paige and Cole.
Okay, I got you.
That's substantial enough for me.
Okay.
And I can rock with that.
Okay, let's see how they do it.
Andrade, Danielson, MJF.
You should
Cole.
take that clip and just like DM him. Like, because, listen, I'm not sure how many people listen to this podcast. It's not millions of people. So if you take this and put it on TV, it's going to work. I'm telling you, because we're tapped in. We're tapped in.
Yeah.
We're tapped in.
Yeah, man. So shout out to the era Page, yo. Book it, Adam Page, nigga.
We did that for you. For AEW.
Yeah, we booked.
On your full gear.
Yeah, we booked.
Listen, came full circle.
Cowboy shit.
We came full circle from AEW to from that press conference till now. You know, it's been a minute. So shout out to y'all. We didn't even mean to get into that. We had a lot of technical difficulties with the other show we're trying to do. But hey, in spontaneous content, we're here.
Yo, we're gonna name this Full Circle at Full Gear.
Okay, yeah, Full Circle at Full Gear. That's what's up. Yeah.
All right, man. Thank y'all.
Peace out. Everythingswrestling.com. The IW shop.
Come on, Patreon.
Patreon.
Wrestling Patreon. Fuck Twitter, fuck Instagram.
Pay us. All in love. Peace.
Save, goddamn, nigga. We gotta get something right today,
Oh my
nigga.
God, yeah.
Oh,
No,
man.
that was great, man. I didn't even think we should could do a show, but we got something done because that was a disaster.
But we always find a way to do something, man.
Yeah.
That's what one thing about us, like about wrestling, is, and us as wrestling. Let me see how this goes. We lost to Jacob Fatu shit, drowned and other shit. But we did this. This is good. It's good shit. An hour.
Oh, snap. That's what's up.
We did an hour. Back to what we were saying, a little impromptu conversation.
Yeah.
I do believe that right now, Adam Page is. Alright, let me blend this in. Back to what we were saying, a little impromptu conversation.
Yeah.
I do believe that right now, Adam Page is their number one guy right now. And by him being their number one guy, this is who they're putting.
The person at the kitchen table had a big, and I think it's important because, like you said, when they started that press conference, who came out last and said they're going to be AEW champion? It was Adam Hangman Page that came out and said that. You know, it wasn't Cody Rhodes, wasn't Young Bucks, wasn't Kenny Omega. It was Adam Hangman Page. He even hadn't Kenny Omega yet. He wasn't even officially AEW yet.
Page and Pac,
yeah, was set the stage. You know, for the beginning of this conference. So to see it come full circle right now with Adam.
You're fucking good.
Full circle at Full Gear.
Is this fun?
Yes.
Shout out to Hangman Page for finally accomplishing his goal of being a.
Bet. Let's just post this bitch.
That's the thing that needs to change. I see. This is what happens when I'm high, and I started thinking. Remember, I was saying just now a second ago, like things in my life gotta change.
Yeah. What happened?
We gotta change it. We gotta change everything with the Patreon.
We do?
Yeah, we do.
Okay. Talk to me. Talk to me.
Give me some time.
That's what. Okay.
Give me like a day or two.
That's fine.
That's the thing. Yeah, that's it. We give good content.
We do. I mean,
And
full circle,
full circle gear.
Cowboy.
That was spontaneous. Just how we seamlessly went into that shit.
Oh shit! I was gonna put
I
Cowboy.
may be recording all this shit, but
I was gonna put Cowboy shit at the end, but I can edit that.
yeah.
I mean,
But it has to be more, like you said, with the rants you just did. That shit was dope. Keep that up. We're gonna put the rants. We're gonna put the bangers. Now, we need to use those three to build the audience. We need more content like this on Patreon in an easier format because this shit is not working.
well, we could have did OBS. We could have did OBS and ran it up that way. And had, because Full Gear was in the back of us.
Yeah.
So, OBS is our out. It just didn't.
We can still use it.
And you know what? I think it might have been, honestly, too. We talk about universe. We talk about, right? I don't know if realistically, we both had days. Us sitting down watching that 3-hour pay-per-view, smoking, chill, you ate Zaxby's, chilling, like, it would have been a drag.
Yeah.
It would, and it would have been.
This worked.
This.
And that's why when I stopped, I was like, no, because energy wise,
yeah,
it wasn't working.
Yeah, and you left it wrong. You didn't press it. I didn't press it.
And we naturally got to this, which
yeah.
is way better than anything we could do tonight. We got a little bit of content up there, and we're still putting something out. But we have to change the flow of what we're doing as a company, as a brand.
Yeah.
Because we got to make it more like this, seamless.
Yeah.
And flowing.
Yeah.
And make money off of it. We got good shit. We got good shit. We know that. We got good shit.
Like I posted our video. Like look, I get so frustrated. Like, shout out to the homies. Like, they get mad. Fucking, just
don't do it. Our time is coming.
I know.
Our time is coming. I know it's frustrating, but every time I hear us, man, it gets more and more. I get more and more confident because no one's doing. Okay.
That's what I'm saying, man.
But here's the thing: we just gotta streamline the process even more.
11 views, 11, only 11.
We gotta streamline the process, and it's consistency. I'm telling you, once the bangers and the rants go out consistently, that's key. Bangers and rants bring value.
You right.
I know what it is.
You right.
Bruising the wrestling. Back at this bitch one more time. You know what I mean? These are weather.
All right, so bangers for New Year. Bangers, rants, draw content.
We smoke good shit, bitch.
And then we have to offer good shit on the Patreon.
Nobody who can smoke like me.
Bruh, we only got 11 views for this shit, nigga. This is funny. Yo, I'm editing and Ivana's like, what the fuck are you laughing at yourself? I'm like, yes, bitch, I'm hilarious. And then she hears it and she's like, oh, nah, you're stupid. I'm like, yes, nigga, this is gold.
Who can smoke like me?
That's priceless, man.
Guys that I like
That's
to see
priceless.
on wrestling, that see that they gonna be there as much. Well, I mean,
This is gonna work, man. It's just
25 views.
Let's get into this then. Let's get into this. Let's progress this conversation. You can see them, just not in WWE. And you got an option now. So if that's the case, then we as wrestling fans should be overwhelmed, overjoyed. We should have a different perspective. We should have different ideology about wrestling because alright, so when you see pop over AEW, when you see KO pop over AEW, they can rebrand carriers and make it work. Do you think that if AEW is taking our fans at this age, I think they were. No, because I can watch basketball. Listen, sports, all the sports, just this last week. They do football, basketball, World Series, and hockey. Guess what I did at these sports for? I watched every fucking last thing, because I'm a grown ass man. I can do what the fuck I want, nigga. I got the remote, bitch. I can change the fucking channel. I can watch AEW, MLW, whatever W else is fucking out there. I can watch all of it. I can watch it all. And I can be entertained, and and this is my thing with Tony, and Vince, and right now, it's fine. They don't have to compete for the same, if they're smart. If they're smart, they don't have to compete for the same audience, because I'm always gonna have my embedded and built-in audience here, and I have my homegrown, and then I'm giving them a legit alternative. If you want to see, and this is something that you like in the wrestling, I give that to you, I win. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I don't have to duplicate, or I don't have to compete, because I'm doing my own thing, and that gives me a variety pack. I was gonna say that I'm glad AEW came. I'm glad AEW.
I said after that, it's funny. It's like telepathy. I watched the podcast. That was the clip that I wanted you to do. I didn't send you the. I was gonna hit you on WhatsApp when you sent it to me. I was gonna hit you on WhatsApp and tell you. I was like, you know what, this is kind of crazy. He's not gonna. I was like, you know what, it's just whatever, you know. But I was like, this is the clip. You did the exact clip. Only thing you didn't do is at the end.